question. Paul Harrell goes to Representative Collins. 2 minutes.
Medicaid expansion represents a massive redistribution of wealth from working Arkansans and future generations of taxpayers to able-bodied people who refuse to work and insurance companies. They're in there too. Why should conservatives support President Obama's goal of redistributing the wealth?
Our options are two. The feds have passed a law saying anybody, anytime, anywhere can go to the emergency room for anything. All you have to do to get a bottle of aspirin in the emergency room is walk in and say, my heart hurts. And the emergency room doctor is required to do an assessment on you. Will he ever send you, or will she ever send you away from the emergency room? Even if it's obvious you're not having a heart attack. If you were the emergency room doctor, would you send anyone away? Answer, of course not. Why? The trial lawyers have busted this wide open with the lawsuits. So what used to happen was hospitals would say, go to another hospital, we're not an expert in that. The lawsuits went out of sight. Crazy. Now everybody's resigned to the reality. Anytime, any place, anywhere, emergency room treatment. You know the most expensive bottle of aspirin to provide to a person is in the emergency room at 2 a.m. after a doctor's assessment and after an MRI and an EKG and whatever else is required when that person comes in and says, my heart hurts. In the old days, the hospitals would shift that cost onto your insurance premiums and shift it onto the taxpayers. Arkansas had a $140 million line item in their budget, which we lined out and returned to you as a tax cut. Obama has said, I'm no longer paying that. Years ago I used to, I'm not doing it anymore. Now that $200 million a year lands on you, plus the $150 million per year in our general revenue budget, made up of several different items, which we'll be able to talk more about as we get through the rest of these questions.
Okay, rebuttal goes to Senator King for 1 minute.
Just remember, just read the question again.
A massive redistribution of wealth from working Arkansans to future generations of taxpayers to able-bodied people who refuse to work and insurance companies. Why should conservatives support President Obama's goal of redistributing the wealth?
Yeah, it's about socialism, folks. That's what it's about. It's about signing, it's like I said in Ronald Reagan's quote, how you judge your welfare success is the amount of people that leave the welfare programs, not added to it. That's a simple truth that we're getting around here with all these figures from the Hospital Association, who, as I reminded you and talked about earlier, a lot of those figures that they made on the original private option, folks, guess what? Were wrong. They were not right. Okay? You look at other states. Look at this article that I just got up here. Our state growth is slower than the states around us in the first year of the private option, where you would think it would get better. They are keeping people trapped. And they want to keep them trapped because it's an old saying, you know, you give somebody a fish, they're going to go for you. I mean, we're going to keep them on the system so that it amounts to votes. That's why Obama wants to do it. And we turned around and took the Obamacare credit card and spent the hell out of the money.
Next question, Representative Farrar goes to Senator King. 2 minutes.